visionary entrepreneur, storyteller, and food-inspired travel content creator who seamlessly blends his love for food, travel, and digital media. An engineer and an MBA by education, Rohit loves his road trips and explores cities through foods that the locals eat. He documents his journey and stories on his social media channels. He is the founder of Food Findo, Odisha's first and one of the largest food review and recommendation platforms, curating unique culinary experiences for food lovers and highlighting hidden gastronomic gems. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Year 2012. I was sitting in my study room, working on my desktop, writing a food review, pictures in the screen, and my father comes to me. He's standing behind me and he looks at the screen and he says, "What do you do? What is this thing that you're doing every day? What do you get out of it?" And this is, mind you, this is 2012, social media, influencer, not a thing. And he looks at my mother very disapprovingly and he says that, "What is this guy doing throughout the day? Why is he posting pictures? And what is he getting out of it? Is there any future out of it?" Cut to one decade later, I'm here. My father back home is the proudest man around. He tells people that this is what my son does, this is what he does for a living. He documents food, he journals food, he makes videos around food, he builds stories, connects people, and uses the power of food to bring joy to people. Guys, I'm Rohit Srivastava. I'm a food-inspired traveler. I travel to places, I document cities, I document people through the food that the locals eat. So when this journey started, none of it was planned. When I started some 2012, it was just an accidental passion project. I never thought that I want to be a food blogger, I want to make videos, I want to document, I want to make these blogs. None of it was planned. It just started off, I was in the final year of my engineering and I used to stay in Chidambaram in Tamil Nadu. And we were served South Indian food, we were in a PG, and by then I had not acquired the taste for South Indian food. Now I love it, I adore it. But back then, I was still in that process of acquiring the taste. And so I wanted to cook. And I have always been a fan of cooking, cutting, chopping vegetables. I would help my mom back home and I will cook. And that was a passion. So I wanted to cook. Now I'm cooking at home, and now certain dishes would come out good. And now I want to flaunt it. Where do I flaunt it? So Facebook was the new thing in, and we had moved from Orkut to Facebook. And I created a page called Foodies of Bhubaneswar Cuttack. Now, unknowingly, that happened to be one of the first food pages, in fact, the first food page of Odisha. So I used to love eating out, I used to cook, and I would post these pictures online. And then people started joining it because this was a new thing. Foodies of Bhubaneswar Cuttack, the name was catchy, people were joining. And a lot of people, the virtual community started building up. They would start sending their photos that we cooked this at home, and I would repost it on the feed. I would go to some place, I will write a review about this place. This is good, the biryani is good, the Frankie is good, you go and try it. And people would appreciate it. People will go back to that place, they will eat food, and they will come back and say this was good. By now, I was absolutely unaware that this is called food blogging, or this is called some sort of influencing. And this community built. And I was in the final year of engineering. All my friends were appearing for MTech or placements, and I somehow was still not sure that if this is what I want to do. But I definitely knew that probably I would be good in marketing. And I appeared for the MBA exams, and I got through, and I joined MBA in Bhubaneswar. Now I arrived. This was phase 1 of my life till now. Now phase 2, the most exciting part of my life. I was back in Bhubaneswar. Now when I came back, all my friends were gone. They were studying in different parts of the country, or they were working in different parts of the country, and I absolutely had no people around. I used to love meeting people, going out to places and eat food along with my friends, and I absolutely had none. Now, what I realized was this virtual community, I mentioned that people were talking to each other in the comment section. So I thought that let's invite these people for a foodie meetup where we share food. And we eat together, we split the bill, and probably we'll end up making some new friends. So food raids were born that moment. Food raids. Food is a Bhanusha Katak, food raids. And now when I first launched it, I posted about it. People were like, what are you going to raid? What is food raid? And this whole new concept of dining out with strangers in Bhubaneswar. So first event, I posted that we'll be going to this particular place. And the total attendance was 3. Me, my brother, and my ex. So now we were there. So now 3 of us, how much food can we order? We ordered some amount of food, but I ensured that I clicked a lot of pictures. I posted those pictures. Event number 2, same. 3 people, but that day, a friend of mine arrived. And I saw him and I was very happy that finally we have an attendance. And he walks in, and I tell him, thank you for coming. And he says, thank you for what? I said, thank you for coming to the event. And he said, I don't know anything about it. Then I thought that he doesn't even know about my community, let alone the food raids. And so I explained him, and we had one more person. So we had 4 people, so 4 more food on the table. And I clicked more pictures and I posted it. Now a little bit of interest online. People said, what's happening? What is this? Third event. So third event, the RSVPs were the same, 7, 8. And I was not very sure if people will turn up or not. Third event, there were 5 new people, me, my brother, and 5 new people. And I was like, lo and behold, we have finally arrived. This food rates are a thing. So now these 5 people plus 2 of us, so 7 people, more food and lots of pictures. And this time what I did was, I clicked the people who were eating food, who had attended. So the response was very different from what I was doing. Now I understood that the human connect is what makes people want to attend these events. Unknowingly, and none of this was planned. I never did. Now when I look back, now I see what happened. It became a sort of an aspirational club. So this one, after this particular event, a lot of interest grew. People said, why were we not invited? And I said, it's an open invite, join in. And fourth event, there were 15 people. And finally, food raids were a thing. This virtual community was doing community meetup, foodie meetup. What do? We go to a place, it's an open invite, we eat food, we split the bill, and people just have conversation over food. Now, fourth event onwards, fifth event onward, we had 40 people, invite only, first come, first serve basis, food raids became a thing. Now, while all of this was happening, I had joined my first job in an industry association, and being that kind of profile, rubbing shoulders with the who's who, great time. I also had an entrepreneurial spirit. So I decided that, okay, 2014 I had joined, and 2016 I decided to quit. And I wanted to start a wedding aggregator website. Sounded great on paper. Everything was good. The only thing was I was young and naive. I never thought about going to the market first and then working on what to do and if this is good, if this is what people need. It crash landed even before it started. So I lost all my savings, lesson learned. I joined another job. And now, I'm a very impulsive person. At that stage, even today I'm impulsive. So I joined a sales job. Now, with no offense to sales, at times, in order to know what you really love to do, you got to do things that you probably hate to do. And I realized while being in that job that I absolutely hate sales. I'm not cut for it. People who do it, they're fabulous, they're amazing. I was not cut for it. I got out of it within 3 months and I said, no, I'll take a break. And during this time, all of this food project was still a passion project to me. I never looked at it from a commercial point of view. I was doing it as a hobby. I never looked at it that I'll make money out of it. In between I was a little bit, but otherwise not. And then I joined another company and that was very fulfilling. I absolutely loved my time over there as a content writer. And 2018, I decided that, okay, now I need to focus completely on Foodfinder. And this is where my marketing agency started and these food raids started happening around. And all of it was going great. I was just doing exactly how I wanted things to be right. I started my YouTube channel as well around 2017-18. YouTube was, so when Foodies of Bhubaneswar trajectory was like this, Food Findo. So I started Food Findo. Reason being that the name Foodies of Bhubaneswar Cuttack. Now, what was happening around 2017? The moment I'll post anything beyond Bhubaneswar Cuttack, people will revolt. No, this is a Bhubaneswar Cuttack centric page. Why are you posting anything? So I said, okay, I'll create another platform. I know how to make my life more difficult, and I keep doing it even today. So I created another platform. I called it Food Findo, which is beyond any boundary, beyond any geographic location. So people from across the globe were joining in, and we have that Facebook community with some 40,000 odd people. The trajectory was like this, phenomenal. People were talking about food and a lot of events, activities happening around. My YouTube channel was also going great. I was traveling to a lot of places. This was phase 2 of my life. Now phase 3, this happened during lockdown. Now, lockdown, everything was locked down. The restaurants, the hotels, the travel that I work with commercially, that came to a close. And I realized that whatever I was doing, so I was getting paid to eat. Now, suddenly, all of that was also, took a halt. The restaurants are closed. What are they going to market? My personal life crumbled at that stage, and I had a very, very difficult time during that time. So bad that a normal person probably would not want to go and face social media and the kind of videos that I make. People will have a lot of assumption that nothing bothers me. I was in a lot of pain, but somehow I gathered all the courage and I went and I made videos about food, about travel during that time. And I continued doing it till the end of it, till the end of that phase 3 of my life, and I entered phase 4. Now, phase 4 is the one that I'm already having right now. Now, I was coming from the YouTube and Facebook school of thought, so long videos and that kind of stuff. And Instagram was absolutely new to me. I absolutely had clueless. I didn't know what to do, what's happening, what's trend, what's algorithm, how is it working. Short videos, 15-second videos, 30-second videos. Video shuru hote hi khatam. And I was at a loss. So one day I was sitting with a friend in Puri, and she said that, why I subscribe to your YouTube channel? Because the way you explain food, the way you talk about food and so passionately about food. Why don't you try that doing in Instagram Reels? And back then in 2023, 22 and 23, most of the Reels were these aesthetic Reels, 15-second, 30-second short format videos. And here I am making a whole 1 minute long monologue kind of reel where I'm reviewing food, talking about it. And a lot of influencers were not doing that. And that worked wonders for me. That instantly, my Instagram, blew at that moment, and people started connecting with the kind of content that I was posting online. Now, when I speak of that, and right now also that works for me. So I started enjoying that whole grind of creating the kind of content that I was doing, and now I look forward to creating this kind of content in a more exciting manner. The production quality is different from what I was doing, and every single time we try to do something new. A lot of time people ask me, how I still keep getting these questions asked. A lot of you people would obviously be knowing how this thing works, how does it pay, but I still get asked that, how do you make any money out of it? So money definitely comes, as all of you know, but beyond money, what makes me really happy is when I visited Sambalpur a few years back, 2018, and this happens to be one of my favorite stories. There was this a very famous thing from here, Sar Satya. I made a video on that, probably one of the first videos ever online, and that video went viral. The person was so happy, he called me and he said that, "Aapne mera utna batna band kar diya. There are people standing outside the shop, they're waiting, and they want to take, more of such. I've never done this much business." And even today he calls me, whenever he gets some sort of big orders, he will call me as a gratitude call and he'll say, "Thank you." And this makes you happy that what you did actually helped someone in a tangible way. There was this one time in Cuttack during COVID, so very famous 2 street food vendors, Raghu Mausa Raghu Dahibara, if you would have heard. And there's Annapurna Mausi, Chakri Mausi. She makes this different kind of chakri, which is a steamed chakri, and it's a pitha. And Raghu Mausa makes Dahibara. He's the OGs. Now, one fine day we were sitting with Mausi, and she said that I have always heard people talk about Raghu Mausa. She was 84 or 85, a frail old lady, and she said, I have never tried Dahibara. I don't know what is that thing, Raghu Mausa's Dahibara. So we said that, okay, fine, we'll take you to Raghu Mausa's place. So this old lady of 84 and the grand old person, Raghu Mausa, 80 plus, so we planned a meetup for them. And she packed some chakuri that she made, and this person was waiting over there with his Dahibara Aludam. And they met for the first time, like both of 80 years plus have been in their space, the OGs in their space. They were meeting for the first time. We made a video. And then towards the end of the video, I combined the chakuri with the Dahibara, which was a different kind of combination. And that, the kind of emotions that generated, that was something that I feel was more than whatever commercially I have earned. Now, reason why I mentioned all these 4 phases of my life was through these 4 phases, through the ups and downs of my life, the only thing that made me going was I enjoyed the process. I first got into food blogging unknowingly because I enjoyed the process of cooking, chopping, checking out new places, traveling. That was the reason I enjoyed the process, and that is the reason I got into this in the first place. Second time, when I started Food Raids, it started because I loved meeting people. I loved to bring people together on a table and share food with them. Phase 3, when I was down and out, when nobody would have wanted, I wouldn't have wanted to go on screen, but I still decided to go on screen, not because my algorithm will get screwed, but because that gave me sanity. I found my peace, and I wanted to be out there and continue doing my thing. And phase 4, when I'm enjoying my work right now at its best, I want to continue doing it because I'm enjoying this whole process that goes behind. I am enjoying the new set of challenges that I face every single day. So if you have a passion, hold on to it. Do not let anyone take it away from you. Hold on to it tight. And that is what I have learned, and enjoying the process is what I have. The entire message for you guys today is enjoy the process of whatever you're doing. Thank you so much.